Hey, what is up everybody? It's Animac here for AnimeUproar, and today I will be discussing the very latest game-changing events in the Black Clover story, including Asta's brand new power, True Demon Power, which may have just ended the biggest battle of the current war arc. Asta and Yami have demonstrated incredible teamwork, and despite Dante's overpowered body magic and gravity magic, it looks like the big battle might be over. But let's not rush to judgment, because we have been fooled before many times. And of course, we can't forget about the potential consequences that Asta will have to accept in exchange for using this incredible new power that he just used. There is so much to talk about. Things are absolutely crazy in the story right now, so let's get into it. If you enjoyed the Black Clover content on this channel and you want to see more, you know what to do. Leave a like to let me know, it really does help. And if you're new to the channel or you just haven't subscribed yet, make this the video that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. A big thank you to all of our AnimeUproar patrons who make videos like this one possible. I will talk more about Patreon at the end of the video, but until then, please be advised that this video will contain Black Clover manga spoilers. We are dealing with the latest events in the story, so please proceed with caution. You have been warned. In the previous installment of the story, Asta made a deal with his devil, or demon, in order to get access to true demon power. The anti-magic demon said that Asta would have to give him a body part in exchange for his power. And Asta agreed because he was willing to do anything in order to get stronger and help Yami defeat Dante. Asta realizes that he can't become the Wizard King if he can't handle the demon's true power. And he can't live up to Yami's expectations if he doesn't get much stronger very quickly. In the final panel of the previous chapter, we saw that Asta's right arm was completely consumed by demonic darkness. And the new chapter kicks off with Asta using his newly unlocked true demon power against Dante. But the anti-magic demon informs Asta that his newfound power won't last very long. Apparently, this is not the same demonic darkness that had spread around Asta's body in the past. This darkness is true demon power itself, and Asta will only be able to use it for about 50 seconds, so less than a minute. From what we've been told by the anti-magic demon, it seems that Asta's right arm is now practically the demon's own arm. What I mean by that is, this arm is no longer just a vessel for the anti-magic demon's power. The arm itself has become that power in its truest form. Despite the revelation that he will only be able to use this power for like less than a minute, Asta says that this is enough and he wastes no time. Asta immediately attacks Dante, and Dante can tell right away that something about Asta has changed. Yami notices that Dante has become extremely wary of Asta. Dante even used his body magic to grow additional arms, and he arms himself with like 4 gravity swords. And it seems that he is doing all of this in order to reduce his chances of being hit by Asta. Yami realizes that one clean hit from Asta could end this entire fight, so he instantly joins Asta and both of them give it their all against the insanely overpowered Dante. Finral notices that Asta and Yami are using remarkable teamwork tactics as they face off against the gigantic and monstrous Dante. The two of them are moving practically in unison, and even in a life or death situation like this one, it is clear that Yami and Asta are actually having fun. It actually makes perfect sense that Yami and Asta would make such a good team, and of course I love to see them working together like this during such a major battle. Not only have these guys known each other for quite a while because they are members of the same squad, but both Asta and Yami can read ki. And this very rare ability allows them to work together in a way that other mages who can't read ki just wouldn't be able to do. At least that is my opinion. The fight rages on, and Dante continues to take damage from Yami, but he also continues to dodge direct hits from Asta, which allows him to keep regenerating. At this point, we get some really good battle panels in the manga, but before you know it, Asta's limit for using his true demon power runs down to only 8 seconds. And so, Asta attempts to end the fight by summoning his Demon Dweller sword. Dante prevents Asta from using the Demon Dweller sword by wrapping Asta up in his grotesque flesh magic. Asta then summons the Demon Destroyer sword right out of his grimoire, but Dante is able to disrupt Asta's attack yet again. After a new attack from Yami, Dante regenerates yet again, and there are now only 3 seconds left before Asta has to relinquish his true demon power, so he is quickly running out of options. At the very last moment, with like a single second left, Dante throws his own katana over to Asta. Asta grabs the sword with his right hand, encases the sword in anti-magic, and delivers a direct kesagiri cut to Dante's body. By the way, Asta's kesagiri form is surprisingly good for someone who has presumably never used a katana, let alone studied iaido or kendo, but hey, let's go with it. Everyone is stunned as Dante's body suddenly reverts back to his normal human form, and the crown flies off his head as a dark scar made of anti-magic runs down the side of his torso. The end of the chapter suggests that Yami and Asta have won and that Dante has been defeated, although personally I wouldn't rush to judgment just yet. This was definitely an excellent battle. I loved the teamwork between Yami and Asta, and I loved the fact that Asta was able to unleash the true power of his demon. But I still wouldn't be surprised if Dante somehow survives this. After all the times we've seen Dante regenerate, I won't make any speculations about his death or defeat until we have official confirmation. We also can't forget that his demon Lucifer is one of the strongest high-ranked demons, so who knows what he is still capable of doing. Let's say that Dante really is done for. Does that necessarily mean that Lucifer is also defeated? Or could the demon still cling to this world and potentially possess another host? I just don't see a high-ranked demon with a name as important as Lucifer going down so easily, but hey, you never know, so we'll have to wait and see. What did you guys think about Asta and Yami's teamwork, and do you think that using Yami's sword allowed Asta to actually mix dark magic and anti-magic during his attack? Or was it just anti-magic that ultimately hit Dante? I think that the whole Asta needing to use Yami's sword was a really nice touch by Tabata, and I really enjoyed that moment. A moment that showcased the great trust and camaraderie that these two characters have. And since these are literally my two favorite characters in the entire series, I absolutely loved seeing this. Finally, I want to ask you guys something, so feel free to share your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think will be the consequences for Asta's decision to use true demon power, even if it was only for a few seconds? Will this deal with the devil now give more control of his body to the demon? Will he lose control of that arm in the long run? Will his personality change because of the demon? It seems that whenever in fiction any sort of deal with the devil is made, there are always very real consequences. So I'm very curious to see what will happen to Asta now. Will the anti-magic demon just be like, oh, I like you, Asta, so it's all good, fam? Or will we see some real consequences for Asta in the long term? Let me know what you think down below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Black Clover content on the channel, please leave a like to let me know. It really does help. And if you happen to be new to AnimeUproar or you just haven't had a chance to subscribe, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell to turn on all notifications. You really have to go through the trouble of hitting that bell and then selecting the option that says all. You can also hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar. I want to give a big thank you to all of our AnimeUproar patrons who make videos like this one possible. A special thank you to all of our The One tier patrons, the ones who rise above all other clans, including Ingrata, Alolan Atom, The World, Steelers, A Quiet Respect, Pate Heffa, Jonathan King, Brandon Aviles, Papa Smurf, The School Bus, King Riser, Emperor Otaku, Ricardo Martinez, Thomas Jones, Kinmano, Michael Hyde, and Jaden the Vector. And I can't forget all of our Pro Hero tier patrons, including the one and only Gilgamesh, Nothing But a Fan, Jason Wilson, King Zeldris, Anatoly Kazatsky, Angel Cruz, Cricket XP, Joe Stanton, Very Gucci, Alicia Octor, Jessica Kayla Fond, Hinokami and Water, Bonnie Parks, Zodiart 12, Rathuin Deora, Kraken, Arels, Deadly Saint, and Stern Hawkins. If you enjoy our videos and you feel that they provide value for you, consider supporting us on Patreon. Even a single dollar will give you access to our exclusive AnimeUproar patron Discord, and your name will appear in our videos along with these legendary people. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.